We're back. Oh, it's ladies' night, and I feel all right. Ladies' night is back in the building, bringing you some more exclusive content today as well. But we're going to be doing WSL predictions. We're going to talk predictions ahead of the season. We're going to be talking exclusives. Gilly. Why do I keep saying Gilly? I'm sorry, Gilly. Gilly Flaherty, Missy Kearns. There's going to be some exclusives on the show, so make sure you hang around because we're going to get into it. But there's also a little kick-up challenge at the end from Missy Bo herself. You don't want to miss that. Joined by Mr. Statman Jack, James the Brain, sponsored by Poor Kingdom. But without further ado, let's get into the intro, people. Okay, peoples, what we saying? Ladies' night, WSL is starting this. Oh, no, it's not. The WSL isn't starting this weekend, but I do want to start by sending my condolences out to the royal family. Respect, love to them. Our queen, God rest her soul, passed away yesterday. So big shout out to the royal family. But we carry on with Ladies' Night. Jack is in the building for the first time ever. Statman Jack, you're an avid watcher of this show, so how does it feel to be on the other side?
Yeah, I mean, I've been asking you for a while to come on this show, so it's about time. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
But he's on the show because somebody's gone AWOL. It's not James the Brain, it's all the podcasters. Where is he, James? Has anyone seen all the podcasters?
I don't know. I don't know where he's gone. I think he's fallen off the face of the earth.
Let's hope he's not, because that would be a long drop. So hopefully, all the podcaster, that you are okay. But this is Ladies' Night. The show must go on. Look at that. I'm such a good singer. We've got so much to bring you today. We've got exclusive predictions. Look at that with I keep saying Gilly.
Gilly.
With Gilly Flaherty herself and Missy Kearns. We did send James the Brain down this week. He didn't even quiver. His voice was normal. Hi, Missy Bo. Hi. He was normal speaking to the ladies. So we will get you some good footage later on. But James, how did it go? Did you enjoy Media Day with the women on Wednesday?
Yeah, it was a good experience. So thank you to Andy Kelly for inviting us down. I had a few technical issues which unfortunately happened. So I
shouldn't happen though, should they? I don't think Jack would have any technical issues.
Well, you know,
Jack you never know.
I mean, if you'd have turned up to come and help me instead of finding every excuse under the sun not to come and help me, we wouldn't have had these issues.
Listen, I'm a devoted father of two. I am leader of the Kloppzone plan. I sent out one of my minions to do an easy job, and he couldn't even do that correctly. So everybody blame James the Brain. But it doesn't matter because Statman Jack is going next time. As soon as he comes into Liverpool, he will be going. But some good news this week. We always start with news. Before we get on to that, please, everybody, we're sponsored by Poor Kingdom, bringing you the best children's books in the game. So make sure you check those out. You can see underneath James there. Do your little hand pointy thing, James, that you normally do. There you go. Sponsored by Poor Kingdom. Please get over, check them out because it's a great, great company and publishers. But first, the big one. She's back. Yes, she is. We need it. Charlotte Wardlaw's back in the building. Liverpool FCW number 8. It looks better than number 2, to be honest. She was number 2 last season, back this season. Jack, the interesting thing is, though, we've been trying to debate where's she going to play. She is a right back, but is she going to play in central midfield this season for LFCW?
I mean, it could be an option. We've got quite a few fullbacks now, and with the signing of Emma Kovisto, I think she's secured that right back position at the moment.
Oh.
So,
yes, she has. That's James the Brain's fault. I apologise. He just tagged me in something and it went off. It's ladies like those.
Just be careful we don't get copyrighted.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Emma Kovisto, though, coming in at right back, she looks like she's nailed on, doesn't she? So,
yeah, I've been very impressed by her, actually. And she seems to have a good connection already with Van der Sanden on the right. So, yeah, I think Charlotte Wardle, especially with having the number 8 as well, I mean, that kind of screams out that she might play in midfield as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I think Wardlaw, she's very technical. She's good on the ball, James. Very able. Plus, with her defensive attributes from right back, her and Kerry Holland in that 2, with Missy Bow ahead of them or Mel Lawley and then playing 2 strikers, that could be a nice little option for LFCW this season.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I said earlier on, I'd seen a thing on Twitter to say that Charlotte Wardlaw was back available for loan, but it wasn't a well-known source, so I didn't really think anything of it. But obviously we saw the news yesterday where she'd signed a new 3-year contract with Chelsea, and then she's come back on loan to us to gain more WSL experience. You know, she's pleased to be back. The club are pleased to have her back, and it's a win-win for everyone, really.
Win. And another win-win. Missy Bow extending her stay at Liverpool Football Club as well.
And
Great
Leanne
return.
Kiernan.
What was that?
And Leanne Kiernan as well.
Can I finish my presenting job, please? Because how did you know I wasn't going to go on to Leanne Kiernan? You like doing this, don't you? Butting in, having a say when you shouldn't be having a say. But we might as well talk about Leanne Kiernan as well now. Missy Bow and Leanne Kiernan extending their stay at Liverpool Football Club. Such great news, Jack, because these are 2 players I feel like this season are going to see a lot of game time, potential to be young player of the season again, Missy Bow. Leanne Kiernan, potential to be maybe Golden Boot winner in the WSL. We don't know. She was so close last season, but looks so sharp in pre-season as well.
Yeah, I said that a few weeks ago with Missy Bow. I think she could be a contender for Young Player of the Season this season. I know this season she'll want probably more minutes than she got last season.
Yeah.
I think she's been fantastic again during pre-season. She got a few assists as well. Leanne Kiernan, she's just different gravy, isn't she?
Different class.
Yeah, I mean, that hat-trick she got against West Ham was ridiculous.
So fast as well, by the way. Was it like 6 minutes or something?
It was something. It was something stupid. Yeah,
ridiculous amount.
Which it bodes well going into the new season that we've got these players that can play like that against top quality opposition.
So true. James the Brain, do you think Kiernan's going to be the star striker this season? Do you think she's going to play up front, or do you think we might see Stengel a little bit more? It's been a bit 50-50 in pre-season.
I think it'll be a bit of a mixture again. I think depending on who we play, if we've sort of got a team where they're harder to break down and they've got sort of slower centre backs, we might see the likes of Leanne Kiernan because of the pace that she's got. But we can also use Stengel as a hold-up player, so we could end up seeing her in central attacking midfield and have Kiernan up front, because we've seen when they both play, they are very, very, very good. I mean, Matt Beard said previously that the club were going to invest in the women's team this time round. They're not there to just make up the numbers. They're there to compete. And the signings that we've made this summer, I think shows that we are going to be up there to compete. We're not just going to be there to make make up the numbers.
We are going to compete. We are going to do the best we can. Oh, my goodness. Look how blurry that guy is. There he's gone. You see you. Hi, guys. Nice to see you again. I need to pay my internet bill. But we are going to compete this season. I feel like survival may not be enough for LFCW. Maybe we could push if the results go right. Like Beardy said when you got the interview with him, he's going to see how the results go, and then they do beginning of the season targets, mid-season targets, and then they'll have the end of the season targets. Jack, what do you think realistically the goal should be this season for LFCW?
I mean, I know in your interview with him, James, that with Beardy, he was saying that they're just going to take it a step at a time in terms of like point predictions.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's definitely the way to go to begin with for this season. And personally, I would like a sixth maybe to end up sixth, around about that mid-table. I think that'd be a fantastic season first back into the WSL and then just push on from there.
If you look what we've done, and I know they didn't have the star-studded players who were at the Euros, but drawing with Manchester United, we lost, didn't we, to United?
We lost to United,
Yeah,
drew with
Manchester City. We're so close, so we're in and around that Champions League kind of group. We've beaten Villa, we've beaten West Ham, so I think we stand in good stead to potentially finish above mid-table next season.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will be what's in the back of Beardy's head, but at the same time, he doesn't want to come out and say that because you don't want to be left with egg on your chin. But James,
I think the key thing this time round though is the club are back in the women's team. The last time they were in the WSL, there wasn't as much of a backing, and we lost certain players, and it sort of had a massive impact. Russ Fraser's come in, Matt Beard's come in as well, and the club are really invested in the women's team. We've got the derby at Anfield in a couple of weeks, and
I love how he's just like give his daughter the hand, like as if to say. Shh. But we have got the derby coming up. We've got Chelsea as well. First home game of the season, which will be a great game. Reading, obviously, we don't know when that's going to be. I'm guessing no, Chelsea's going to be first game of the season.
It
might not be.
Might not be because it's the same Sunday that the men are meant to be playing, and it's at Prenton Park. So I don't know. It just depends when the funeral is. Unfortunately,
we will see, and we'll keep you updated as well because that's what we'll do. We'll bring you all the news when it happens, but we do want to show you a little something because later on in the show, what we're going to do, we're going to be showing you Missy Ball kick-ups. What we want you to do is put your answers in the comments. How many kick-ups do you think Missy Ball did with a tennis ball? I'll give you a little sneak preview, but no cheating. That was poor, that wasn't it? Come on, Missy Ball, what's happening? What was that, 3?
She blamed her footwear and her hair, and she was like, I get 26 of these in the gym, so...
Shocking. But we will be showing you Missy Ball's top score, so I want you in the comments to write down how many kick-ups you think Missy Ball did on media day with a tennis ball. It ain't easy. I mean, I could beat Missy Ball easily, like I'm talented, but you know what I mean? I'm only joking, Bo. Don't challenge me to that because I definitely will fail. I'll try my best, but I'll definitely fail. But before we do that, what we want to do, we want to jump in and we want to play a little prediction game because we didn't just meet the players and do kick-ups with a tennis ball, even though James the Brain, that was his favourite bit that he focused on the most. He didn't focus on the job that he was sent to do. But it doesn't matter. James the Brain also managed to dig out some predictions with LFCW. So, let's get into the predictions.
I did do the predictions with Jasmine Matthews, but unfortunately the audio didn't record, so I didn't get those ones now. Unfortunately.
I'm literally gonna have to start employing people because I can't deal with this guy. Do you know what I mean? Drinks Coca-Cola.
Oh wow!
Mute me ever again. I dare you to mute me ever again. Wow. Right, so let's jump into those predictions. Big up everybody who's in the comments. Let me just see who's in the comments first of all. Priorities to stay up, says Norm Pang. Yes, big up Norm Pang. Sean Dock thinks Missy Ball gets 60 kick-ups with a tennis ball. Woo! That's a big score. We'll see. We'll have a look a bit later on. But let's get into the predictions. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up the prediction, and I want you two to give me your prediction for the women's team, and then we will reveal what the players said. So this was Gilly. Oh my! I'm gonna Jilly Flaherty. She's gonna kill me when she sees me. So we've got Jilly Flaherty. And we've also got Missy Bo Kearns. I want you to tell me your predictions, then we will reveal their predictions. So, up first, we have, who do you think is going to pull off the best celebration of the season? Let's go to James the Brain. Who do you think is going to get the best celebration this season?
I want to say Bo. I want to see her pull out the little Steven Gerrard kiss.
Do you know what? I think that was because I was there that day on media duty. I feel like that's what it was. And she was like, "This is for Kloppzone. They've got the cameras out. This is for Kloppzone. The Stevie G kiss." I got, have you seen the shots? I got, Bellissimo. The shots were beautiful. I'm blurry again, but it doesn't matter. Jack, who do you think will pull off the best celebration of the season?
I think Katie Stengel. I don't know if you watched the video, the LFC women's. Yeah, she mentioned that, didn't she? So I think it'll be her.
Yeah,
that's a good shout. To be honest, that is a good shout. Do you know who has a celebration in the bag? That the celebration from last season for me, impromptu, very odd to just do it, but it was Roby after the hat trick. It was the little jig. But didn't Katie Stengel did that as well at the last home game of the season too? She did the same celebration, but I think Roby's got something in the bag. I'm backing Roby for a celebration, but don't forget Wardlaw's back, TikTok sensation. I want to see something special from Charlotte. So fingers crossed, we'll see something special from Charlotte. But what we need to know is, what did Jilly and Miss... I'm never going to get that right. What did Jilly and Missy Ball choose? So, Jilly Flaherty went with Van der Sanden for celebration of the season. Her words were, she might go wild, she's crazy, like she'll run wild. So, Van der Sanden and Missy Ball, in true Missy Ball style, chose herself. Missy Ball one kiss. Typical Missy Ball, chooses herself. So that was the answer to that one. So the next one was Young Player of the Season. Who do we think is going to get Young Player of the Season this season? Mr. Statman Jack, we'll start with you.
I'm going for Missy Bell. I mean, I've said that anyway. Going into this season, I do think it will be her.
James the Brain, who are you backing Young Player of the Season?
I think Missy Bo as well. I think this is going to be her time to shine and make a mark in the WSL and sort of put her name in there for the England squad.
Mm-hmm.
Name in the lights. Do you know what? How old's Kiernan?
23.
23. So she classes as it's 23 and under, isn't it? For Young Player of the Season.
Yeah.
So ooh.
It's a difficult one because I always forget that Kiernan's that young.
How old's Taylor Hines?
I think she's 24 now.
She's 24, yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going with Missy Bo as well. I'm backing Missy Bo. The Scouts are in our team. Let's see who the ladies chose, though.
Taylor Hines is 23.
23. Jilly Flaherty, Young Player of the Season. She went with Missy Bo Kearns. Of course she did. The scouts in the team. And guess who Missy Bo went for? In true Missy Bo fashion.
No one.
No, don't lie, James, because Missy Bo's words were, I can't choose myself. She wanted to choose herself. Missy Bo definitely backed herself as young player of the season, and we can't blame her.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Is what you want. Like, that's great to see as a fan, isn't it, Jack? Like, back yourself as young player of the season. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what the great players do. They back themselves, and that's why they become these great players.
Completely
so I'm all for it.
I'm all for that. Appearances is the next one. So, appearances for the season. Who's going to make the most appearances? This one's really easy for me, but I want to see what you guys think. James the Brain, who are you going with? He's really thought this through.
I'm going to say Taylor Hines.
Ooh, he's going Taylor Hines. Statman Jack.
Yeah, Taylor Hines got the most appearances last season, I think.
She missed only a couple of games, I think.
But I'm going to go for Emma Coristo.
Ooh, interesting. Do you know what? I'm going for neither, because Taylor Hines is going to be fighting with Meg Campbell. Meg Campbell's going to go in there at left back at some point this season, 100%, because we've got reinforcements now at centre back. Then right back, we've got potentially Wardlaw, Raza. We've got extensive right backs, even though Coe Visto, I think, is the main one. The person with the most games this season, hands down, Kerry Holland. Hands down. She's going to start every game for me. Kerry Holland starts every single game. She's
still young as well.
Yeah, she is young.
She's just the engine of the team, isn't she?
She's going to be box to box.
Yeah.
Remember when she came? She was a goal scorer. Like, let's not forget. She was striker, playing on the wing. Did she finish top goal scorer for us that season that she came? I think she did.
I don't know.
Possibly, I can't remember. She's still only
Babajide,
24 as well. That's what people don't.
No, in fact, I think Fernie got top goal scorer, but she was close. Unbelievable talent. Like, she's going to play so many games this season. But it's not what we say. It's what Jilly and Missy Ball say. So, Jilly Flaherty, most appearances, she went with the skipper, Niamh Fahey. So did Missy Bo Kearns. So interesting that they both went with Niamh Fahey. Now, for me, Jack, Niamh Fahey, I think, is going to be more rotation. I think that when you look at the WSL and the pace, the standard of it, it's going to be, with Niamh Fahey obviously being the oldest in the squad, it's going to be hard to keep up with all these top class international stars.
Yeah, but I think if both those players are saying that, there must be a feeling within the camp that she's going to be a strong leader in the team, isn't she? So,
or they just think captain. Who else is going to be captain?
Yeah, maybe.
Every week. So it's interesting. But I know, Jack the Statman, you've got to leave us.
Yes, unfortunately.
Statman Jack has to go, but we loved having you on the show. Please come again next week. Everybody, you can catch Statman Jack on Anfield Analytics. Everyone's like, what? That's Anfield Analytics. That's who it is. We finally put a face to the name. So, in fact, I think most of the LFCW fans are following you already, because I know
I think they are, actually, yeah.
Given the LFCW stats. He gets more likes on his LFCW post than we do. How dare you people? So, Statman Jack, it's been a pleasure. Go and have a great evening. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you all very soon.
See you later, Jack.
Peace. So, Mr. James the Brain, then there was two. Unfortunately, it's me and you. So let's move on to the next one, James the Brain, because the next one's the biggie, the juicy one. Player of the season. So, player of the season. Interesting, but who are you going with, Brainy?
I want to say Leanne Kiernan.
You want to say He said Leanne Kiernan. I can't argue with that. if she gets the goals that we think she could get, she's got to be hands down. I
Yeah.
think she would have been hands down. Who got the official player of the season for us last season? Was it Lawsy? I know Lawsy won ours. Lawsy
No,
won the Kloppzone player of the
I
season.
think Leanne Kiernan got player of the season, the official one. I think if we hadn't have signed Eartha Cummins, I think Rachel Laws would have been player of the season. But I think Eartha Cummins is going to give Rachel Laws a lot of competition. I think there's going to be a lot of switching
And
around with the
there's a whiff,
goalkeepers.
isn't there, James? There's a whiff, a little waft of news that there could potentially be another goalkeeper coming in before the end of the window.
No, because the window closed yesterday. The window closed yesterday. That's it now.
Thanks for putting me in my place, James. So, my player of the season, hands down, is going to be Kerry Holland. Kerry Holland again.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just think I love her as a player. I love Kez. Kez, I don't know why I called her Kez. That's
friends!
Kez! Hi, Kez! I just think Kerry is going to be... Sounds weird saying Kerry. I don't know why. I think she's just going to be class. I think mainstay in the midfield, such a hard worker, engine, stamina. Yeah. She might not play the full 90 minutes in games, but she starts every game. She's crucial to what we do. And then you've got Fernie from the bench, potentially, to come on and fulfill that role. I think we might see Niamh Fahey come into that role a little bit during the season as well, depending on how she deals with the strikers in the WSL. We might move her further forward. But I say Kerry. But who do Jilly and Missy Ball say? Jilly Flaherty thinks player of the season is going to be Rachel Laws. And Missy Ball thinks Niamh Fahey. That's interesting, isn't it, that, James? That Missy Ball's gone, Niamh Fahey. She didn't get it last season, but I think when you look at last season, in hindsight, she should have been in the reckoning for player of the season because she was unbelievable. She was a mainstay at centre-back last season. So maybe they must have seen something in training that's impressed them.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're going to be a little bit worried if and this is no disrespect to Lawsy because I love Lawsy and I love what she does, but I think if Lawsy ends up being player of the season, then there's something wrong because to me she shouldn't be. She should be doing her job as normal. She shouldn't have to be getting the team out of sticky situations. And I think as long as defensively we've probably got up there with probably one of the best defensive lines in the division now. I think so. As I said earlier, I don't think Liverpool will be in the division to make up the numbers they're going to be competing, and that's what we want.
We do want that, Mr. James the Brain. But let's move on to the next one because the next one was most assists. Who's going to get most assists this season? James, who are you going with and why?
For me, it's between two. It's going to be the Mel Lawley or Shanice van der Sanden. I think that both those sides are going to be key for Liverpool breaking teams down because we've seen so much in pre-season that it's to a certain extent we've almost got a Trent and Robbo in the women's team. Both Shanice van der Sanden and Mel Lawley whip absolute bombs in, and it's only going to take for somebody to just to dink it slightly, and Liverpool are going to get plenty of goals from it.
I think so. I think we may be overlooking as well Coivisto.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I think Coivisto at right back, if we're playing a back five as well, will have quite a bit of freedom. I think she's top class in terms of end product, decision making, pressing high. I think she might be the player I'm most excited to see. I really want to see how she does this season because I know Van der Sanden's maybe the marquee name, and we've got Wardlaw back, which is exciting everyone. But Cuivisto, I think, is the class we needed.
Yeah.
I think that's the top quality signing.
The thing with Emma Coivisto, though, is the versatility of her.
Versatility, yeah. Versatility. One of those.
Versatility. She can play both right back and left back. We've seen her a couple of times during pre-season where she has been on that left-hand side, and that's probably going to be an absolute dream for Matt Beard this season, being able to rely on Emma Coivisto, Meg Campbell, and Taylor Hines on that left-hand side. And then he's going to have Emma Coivisto, Razza Roberts, and Charlotte Wardlaw on that right-hand side as well. So, like, fullback-wise, we're pretty much sorted now. And, you know, it's just going to take for the team to gel in the WSL. I mean, we've seen it last season, and we've already seen it this season. The banter and the camaraderie that they have amongst the team is probably the best I've ever seen at Liverpool. There's no one's left out. There's none of this. We see it on their Instagram stories, and whilst they're on the way to training or in training and on the coach to the games, they're always having fun, and that's what you want.
It is what you want. But what we want is to know, James, who got the most assists. Who did Gilly and Missy both think will get the most assists this season? Gilly Flaherty went with Melissa Lawley, just like James the Brain did. But Missy Bo went with, in true Missy Bo fashion, herself. Congratulations. I love this, though.
Yeah.
I love it, James. Missy Bo backing herself, the confidence to go out there this season to say, do you know what? I didn't get as much game time as I probably would have liked last season, but this season, try keeping me out of the team because I'm going to show you that I can be that person.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I can't wait to see that.
No, and I think that's the club's way of showing that her hard work has paid off. Offering her a new contract, which no one, obviously, Liverpool Football Club as a whole are very quiet on what they release to the press. Like, we very rarely hear things, but I think even we were speaking, and I said to Bo on Wednesday, like a lot of people, it was out of the blue, and she was pleased to get the contract, and she knows that the hard work doesn't end now just because she's been rewarded with this new contract. She's the WSL is her stage now, and she's just got to prove to everyone why she deserves to be the player that she is.
Completely agree. Let's go to top scorer then. Who we think is going to be our top scorer of the WSL for Liverpool this season? Is there only one person, or do you think someone else could sneak in there, James?
To be honest, I think Leanne Kiernan will run away with it again, but I also think there are a lot of goal scorers in that team again, and I think overall they're going to contribute their fair share, but I think Kiernan will run away with it again.
Do you know what? Michelle Robinson saying, Kiernan, can we argue with Kiernan? Stengel got such a good goal return when she came in last season. It was something crazy, like nearly a goal per game.
Yeah.
It was absolutely madness. But don't write off Shanice. Don't write off Shanice van der Sanden, because I think she could do some magic. Like, we're talking about Champions League winner here. We're talking about a Dutch international player, just called back up to the Dutch national team as well, showing great promise in pre-season. So
that's the thing as well, though, this season is the amount of WSL experience that they've got in the team now. We've got the likes of Leanne Kiernan, Mel Lawley's played in the WSL, Shanice van der Sanden's played in the WSL, Emma Coivisto has, and there are Angeli Flaherty as well. That we've got plenty of WSL experience, and I think that's what the key thing is we've got players that can help the younger players that might be struggling with certain things, and it's what Liverpool need.
It is what Liverpool need, indeed. But what we need is to know who on Media Day did Gilly and Missy Bo choose. Gilly Flaherty went with Stengel. She went with Katie Stengel. And Missy Ball went for Leanne Kiernan. So it just shows nobody knows who's going to be that main striker this season.
No.
Everybody, even within the team, is like, these two are competing at the top level. So there might be a battle. And if there's a battle, if there's a lot of chopping and changing, it could be neither of them. It could be someone who's going to be a mainstay, who I think Van der Sanden is going to be the one that gets the starting place every single week.
Yeah.
So,
but the other thing is as well, though, is obviously with the pace that Leanne Kiernan has got, she is always an option on that right-hand side. So if Van der Sanden is struggling, then obviously we can bring Kiernan on for the pace and have Stengel in the middle, and it's going to be even more of an issue.
It is, but the one we want to know is most yellow cards. Who's going to be the smasher in the team? Who's going to be chopping people down left, right, and centre?
Well, Gilly Flaherty said to me it won't be her.
She actually said it's not going to be me. So remember those words, because if it is, she's going to have hell to pay. Hell to pay. But James the Brain, most yellows, who do you think it could be? And I want a good explanation for this one.
I mean, I'm looking at the comments, and I think I've got to agree with Michelle Robinson here. Raza Roberts is not shy to go into a tackle, and I think she's going to be good fun to watch in the WSL.
Yeah. Before we go on, though, I want to pull up Nathman with his Neanderthal comment. Caveman Nathman. Women play football. Yeah, they do.
Where have you been for the past 7 weeks? We had the Women's Euros.
We've just won the Euros, bro. But, not all people can be respectful. So make sure you tune in. Derby Day as well. Get over to Anfield. Watch the women, because I'm telling you now, they're better than that shit show that the men are putting on at the minute. So go and check out LFCW. And please, don't come with your sexiest comments to this show ever again. James the Brain, we do talk about Raza. Raza's going to be value for money in the WSL, but I think you know who I'm going to choose again, don't you? And I've not got like this some kind of Kerry Holland super fan. I
reckon you've got it.
I know. Kerry, I love you. I just think tactical fouls, getting stuck in there. I love it. I love that side of the game. And I think Kerry's going to be very clever in the fouls she picks up. It could also be whoever's her partner for the season. I think we're going to play two in the middle. So it's going to be whether it's going to be Carla Humphrey, whether it's going to be Missy Ball, is it going to be Fernie? We're not sure yet who it's going to be. Could it be Wardlaw even coming in there? So it's going to be interesting who picks up that midfield slot next to Kerry Holland. But I think she is the one that's nailed on. That's why I'm saying on the break, counter-attack is going to be a big one. We're going to have to protect our defenders. I think she's going to do a great job of that this season. But the important thing is... What was that?
I said it don't matter about our opinion. They're not here to listen to our opinion.
They're not here. Because the important thing is, what did Jilly and Missy Ball say? What did Jilly and Ball say? We need a little jingle for this. Jilly, by the way, everyone, you can catch all these, just before I reveal, you can catch all the results of our media day over on Instagram. After this, we're going to post it all up, all the predictions that the players came up with. We're even going to post up Missy Ball's attempt at kick-ups with a tennis ball. It's definitely
which attempt?
Yeah, which attempt, yeah. The 500 until she got the score she wanted and then went, yeah, that's fine. But you can also we did a lucky dip as well, so you'll get some questions in from the lucky dip, which was interesting too. With Jasmine Matthews, with Gilly Flaherty, Missy Ball, and Katie Steen. You didn't do it with Katie Steen?
No, Kate. I got Katie just before before they had to go off to training. So I got the keepy ups with her, and then she had to go. So
shocking.
Next time you should come.
Short. I don't want to hear it. You need an early night. Sin bin for you. Most yellows though, Jilly or not Gilly or Missy Bo, Gilly and Missy Bo chose Gilly Flaherty chose Alyssa Lawley. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Lawley for most yellows. Oh, no, sorry, it's Missy Bo. Missy Bo chose Mel Lawley for most yellows. Gilly Flaherty chose the same as me, Kerry Holland.
Yeah.
I think we're going to start some beef. Should we start some beef in here? Missy Bo, Mel Lawley beef. It's official. Let's start it off. Hashtag Bo versus Lawley. Let's start it off here on the show. Fight. Do you remember what was the show?
Harry Hill's TV. Harry Hill's TV.
There's only one way to find out who's the winner. Fight! Get the fight going. Mel Lawley,
both Mel Lawley and Missy Bo Kearns like Kloppzone, so don't start them beefing with each other because we'll never get anywhere with them.
There's no official beef, people. There is no official beef. But see, it's trending already. Jack's got it trending. Bo versus Lawley. Let's do it. Come on. What was the reasoning, though, James, behind the decision for Lawley? Did she give you one?
No, I think they both just plucked out the air. I think as well, just to give you a bit of a preview with the lucky dip, I think if I remember rightly, Gilly Flaherty backed Kerry Holland in a boxing match. So
I told you, like, Kerry's just this. She's a goddess.
I'd back Razza Roberts in a boxing match, though.
That's a good shout as well. But Kerry, look, I've got your back all day. I back you every day of the week. Kerry Holland, number one, Fiesta Resistance, player of the season, yellow cards, young player of the season, top goal scorer, most everything. Kerry Holland. Let's get on to the next one, though. Next one is hat trick. Who's going to be the first to get a hat trick this season? Last season, guess who it was? Leanne Robe was the first to get a hat trick last season. So who's it going to be this season, Mr. James the Brain?
I mean, if the West Ham game's anything to go by, I think there's only one person, really, isn't there? It's Leanne Kiernan.
Do you know what? Let's just skip to the chase. We all think it's Leanne Kiernan. Even Gilly and Missy Bo, they said Leanne Kiernan, fastest first hat trick. Even Jade saying, like, look, there's no looking past Kiernan. Even Michelle's saying it. Even Jack's saying it. We've got Kiernan taking over, even though Jack put Kieran. But I'm guessing he means Kiernan.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Kiernan did look sharp against West Ham. So sharp. She looked so sharp that the blades of grass skidded off the surface. And I don't know. I was trying to do some nice metaphorical language, but it just really didn't work. But the big one that we all want to know. Which pile of dog do did they like best? Away kit or third kit? That's like saying have a spoonful of Bovril or a spoonful of Marmite. Like, I don't want any, but they had to choose. So, James the Brain, which would you choose and why?
Third shirt, purely because that away shirt is just horrible. But I know that all of the girls in the team, they love both the shirts.
Did they say they love both the shirts?
Yeah, we've seen it on their Instagram posts. Yeah. Like they all love the shirt. You know, Taylor Hines and Missy Bo Kearns put up posts about it saying it was a vibe and everything. So
yeah. We've got Jade saying Kiernan looked so sharp in the last 10 minutes of the Island match. She did. Yeah. So sharp.
Yeah, like so did Meg Campbell as well. Apparently, Katie Duffy was saying on Twitter that apparently Meg Campbell was player of the game for Ireland.
Yeah, I think Meg Campbell's got that fire in her belly because she knows she's got to play well because she knows deep down inside she'll never beat me in a throwing competition. So that's why she's playing so well on the field.
I was hoping that she was going to be at Media Day just to get her to challenge you.
Maybe next time, Andy Kelly, if you're watching, set it up. Because Meg, I'm coming for you. Look at these shoulders. I've got the shoulders of doom. I'm coming. Jack saying away kit. He likes the away kit. And guess why he likes it? Because it makes the women look fire. They play better in it, apparently. It must be a thing. Like they must have some electromagnetic transcenders going through the psychedelic pattern to transform the way that they play on the field. Or maybe
I think they played in it twice. I think during pre-season they won one and lost one. So
They played it.
Yeah, Jade loves the away kit too. Jade saying love all this season's kits. Jade, when I see you, I will buy you a new pair of glasses because you definitely need them if you think these kits are good. You definitely need them.
it was him that said it, not me. Please don't come after me.
Or maybe I need to borrow yours so I can see them in.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll borrow James's so I've got them in HD. Oh, guess what? They still look crap. They're still rubbish, so it doesn't matter. Yes, Meg was great on TV and great in person at the home match. I was at. Love it that you're supporting these players in the national matches as well. Big up to Jade Hearn. Big up to everybody in the comments. Don't forget, subscribe to our channel. We're bringing you so many shows. Please hit like because it means a lot and goes a long way towards us being able to bring you bigger and better shows in the future. Did I tell you what they chose then? No, I didn't, did I? Jilly, oh, not hat trick, is it? Jilly and Missy Ball chose the third kit. Both of them chose the third kit, which is interesting. The Green Goblin.
If I remember rightly, I think Jasmine Matthews picked the third shirt as well. She said she likes them both, but I think she went with the third as well.
Interesting. So everyone, if you've just joined earlier on in the show, we put this up because we got some footage of Missy Ball doing kick-ups. But we said to you, oh my goodness, Missy Ball, that is shocking. We said to you, what number of kick-ups do you think?
Put your predictions below for those of you that are just joining.
Completed. So please put your guess in the comments. We will pin them up and see what your guess is. Sean Dock had a guess. He put 60. Please have a guess in the comments. If you rewatch this show back, put your guess in there before you see it live at the end of the show. When you've done that, hit the like button so we know that you are ready to lock in your prediction because we're going to play this after the quiz. Look, this is a first attempt. She had a few attempts. We'll take her best score. This was a first attempt just as a gauge to see where she's at. That was the first, actually, with one. Then it was 1, 2, 3. So that's
to quote Bo, she blamed her hair and her footwear and then turned around and said when she completed it, it was the best interview she'd ever done. So we're doing something right at Kloppzone.
Missy Ball, right? Listen here, right? I need a word with you. Missy Ball. You said it was the best interview you've ever done. I wasn't there, but I was there last time. And you said that was great. So why are you giving James the Brain loads of flowers? I don't like that. I don't think. No. You had way more fun with Ashley Ball. No. I'm not taking that. Missy Ball means we fell out.
To be fair as well, though, as soon as they were told it was Kloppzone, they knew something special was coming from the last time that you were there and you had the ping pong table, which, by the way, you still haven't released yet.
Soon, people, we're going to bring that out this weekend. While there's no games, we might as well bring you some ping pong challenge. Guess what? I got video footage of what I did, so there you go.
But you had two of you.
So let's look at the scores that they brought in. So the scores are here. Jack Ray saying 18 kick-ups. Jade saying 9. Then we've got Michelle Robinson with 15. We will see what Missy Ball's top score was at the end of the show. But before we do that, we want you to take part in the part of the show that we call James the Brain's big LFCW quiz. Disclaimer, I apologize in advance for his horrendous questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with another James the Brain big LFCW quiz. We want you involved in the comments because there's no older podcaster today, James, which is strange. There's no older podcaster. James has done a nice little design, which he's going to show you at the end of the show for older podcaster. We need some help in the building. So James
I vote that if Ash doesn't get, people in the comments pick a certain amount of questions that Ash has to get right, and if he doesn't, he has to bring out the Wheel of Fortune on next week's show, and he has to do a forfeit.
How many questions are there, James? And I'll back myself to get a certain number.
I can't remember if there's 5 or 6 questions.
Yes, to have
Jack said 8, but if there's 5 or 6 questions, I can't get 8 right. So I'm going to go with...
1, 2...
He's counting how many there are now.
4, 5 questions there is, sorry.
There's 5 questions. So Jack says I've got to get 3, which is above half. James the Brain, I'm going to get all 5, so it doesn't matter. So boom, all 5 questions in the bag. I'm going to go for it, locked in. And yes, I'll do the forfeit wheel. Michelle saying 4, Jade saying 4. They know. Again, you know what? I'm the quiz master. Everybody knows this now. I come into the show looking all like, I'm like heavy metal now. This is like, in fact, I need like an entrance. This is what I need. I need like an entrance. I'm here. The champ is here. Oh, wait, what's that? You're all right, guys. Whoa, the disgrace from James the Rain. Don't make me play your Matt Beard interview. So, we have got James the Brain's big LFCW quiz. Yes, James's questions are mind-boggling, Michelle. You know what? It just is what it is. Mind-boggling to the world, mind-boggling to me. And I've seen some stuff in my lifetime. In my short 32 years of existence, I know I don't look 32, but I am. I've seen some stuff, but nothing comes anywhere near the disgrace that is a James the Brain big LFCW quiz. It's a disgrace, but we are getting into it. So, James the Brain, throw on my wig. I've got this in the bag. Play along in the comments.
Question 1: Who are we?
Mel Lawley, Carla Humphrey, and Gilly Flaherty.
Let's have a look.
And what? Come on, then. Look at that smile. My teeth look white today. Look like Bobby.
I'm blind.
Oh, Bobby, stop smiling. Oh.
Who has scored more WSL goals, Mel Lawley or Rachel Finesse?
Naughty boy, but this has to be. Oh, naughty boy, this is horrible. Mel.
You going Mel Lawley?
Yeah.
No, Daddy.
Correct answer is Rachel Finesse with 11. When I came up with the question, I initially thought it was Melissa Lawley, but
that's so interesting. So Fernie, they're not at Liverpool, are they? Fernie's goals?
No, they're across. I can't remember which teams they are, but I think with Melissa Lawley, it was across Manchester City, Bristol, and someone else, and then I think Fernie's were across with Reading, Tottenham, and someone else. I think it was. I can't quite remember.
Jade, you're better than me. Michelle, you're better than me. I hang my head in shame. But Mel Lawley's like, actually could potentially be my favourite player. Obviously, Kerry, I love you. Don't get upset. But I've got to back Mel every day. So I've got one wrong, but they did say 4. So I've got that. I've got a little bit of leeway. I've got to get the rest right. 3 left. Let's do this.
Missing 11 from the final home game of last season. Who's missing?
I was there as well, innit?
Yes, I know
Oh,
you. I'd set this purely because I knew you and O were both at the game, so you've got no excuse.
So how many people are missing?
There's
Three.
4 missing, I think it is. Give me a second. I need to
1,
double
2,
check.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there's 3.
No, he's
3 missing.
Yeah, it might be 3 actually.
Well, James, I can count that there's 8 people there, which means there's 3 missing because football, you've got 11 players on the field.
Yeah, it's 3.
Can't get the staff. We can't get the staff. Jazzy Matt is in the at centre back.
Okay.
This is the middle one. I'm sure. No, she came on. Oh no.
Let's see what the comments are saying.
Oh no. It was definitely Jasmine Matthews. I think it was Missy Ball. Missy Ball's in the middle with Fernie. Defo Missy Ball because I remember Missy Ball because she was elite. That first half, she was elite. All games, she was elite. But she didn't come on because the first half, I remember. It's the last one. I don't think it's Stengel because she came. Oh, actually, no. James, this is horrible. I took photos of it. Everything. Like, I was photography. Like,
this is what makes it even better because you were at the game.
and I was.
Mel was on my side. This is like, I got loads of Mel photos, so I know she was there. Kiernan obviously was there because she was trying to get 4 goals that game, innit?
Yeah, because if she'd have scored 4, I think it was, she would have finished with the golden boot.
Now I know Stengel was on the score sheet. I know she was on the score sheet. I know Yana Daniels played, but did she play all game? I'm going. Oh. I'm going Stengel.
So who are you 3?
Matthews, Missy Ball, and Stengel, because I think I remember saying in the first half, Kiernan is helping Stengel's performance a lot, and she's sacrificing goals.
So you're going Jasmine Matthews, Missy Bo Kearns, and Katie Stengel.
Yeah, I know it's wrong, but yeah.
You got 2 out of 3. You're not paying attention to the graphic.
Why?
Read the graphic.
Oh no. I know who it is then.
No, you've already submitted your answer.
Oh, what an idiot. Missy Ball's in. Oh, what an idiot.
The correct answer was Jasmine Matthews, Yana Daniels, and Katie Stengel. Shout out to Jack who got it right. When you said Missy Bo was in there.
Kearns. She's not Kearns. She's Missy Ball. It's just simple. It's Missy Ball.
I was like, wait, have I not put Bo in there? And then I looked to realise what you've done.
So technically, I did get it right. Because I knew Yana Daniels was on that field, but I was like, so was Steng.
You got 2 out of 3.
Horrible man. Horrible man.
Right. obviously, this was obviously because Charlotte's returned. She scored her first professional goal last season whilst at LFCW. Who was it against?
This is horrible. Oh, this is horrible. I'm torn between two. I can see a red kit. And I think we were wearing the cream kit. So I think it was away. But there's 3 teams there who's red home kits. Charlton.
You going Charlton?
No.
Charlton Athletic?
No. I've got a weird feeling it's Sheffield. Like, it's in my gut.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sheffield.
You're changing it to Sheffield United?
Yeah. Come.
It was Sheffield United. It was It was the outside the box long ranger that she hit.
And she was it was the cream kit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at Bramall Lane because all the
Yes.
players went barreling over to her because it was her first professional goal. So well done to Jack, Michelle, and Jade, who all got it right.
Big up the people in the
But
comments.
you're on 3 out of. You got 3 out of 4 so far, haven't you? I think.
I might have 2.
No, you got the first one right.
I got the second one wrong as well.
Yeah, so you got 1, 2. You're on 3 out of 5 at 3 out of 5 at the minute because I'll give you the. I'll say that you got the last one right because technically you got 2 out of 3. So
I would have got it right if I read it properly.
Yeah, basically.
Right, let's go.
So, final question.
We love you, Kerry. We do. We love you,
Spot the
Kerry.
difference.
We do. We love you, Kerry. We do. Oh, Kerry, we love you. What are you saying?
There are 5 things missing on the picture.
How am I meant to know what's missing from a picture?
Well, work it out. Look at the picture.
Okay, chill out, mate. Jeez. First thing is the Liverbird logo on the top left chest portion. The night tick is missing from underneath the 18. How many things are there? 5?
5.
The LFC and Nike are missing from the sock. There's something, and I don't know if you've done it to try and trick me. There's something missing from a hand because there's something blurry where the hand is.
This is how you know that he spends most of his time on Photoshop because he's looking for the imperfections on the picture.
There's got to be something missing off the boot as well because what could be in a hand though? What could she? A thumb? Like a thumb can't be missing. I've got 2 more left.
Yeah, there's 2 missing.
I'm just going to go I'm going to have a guess at one. Something from the boot, like a logo or a stripe from the boot. And then there's definitely something. It's where the hand is. Something was in that hand, or there was a thumb, or there's something like tape on a finger or something, or the tip of a thumb is missing. I'm trying to think of the kiss. This is this season as well, isn't it?
Yeah. If I remember rightly, this picture's from Manchester City.
Yeah, I don't know what it. I don't know what it is, but there's something missing from her hand that she's doing, saying "come here" with. So they're my 5.
Okay, you've got 3. So obviously you've got the obvious 3, which was the crest on the top of the.
Have you took like the advertising things off the boards or something?
No. So you'd obviously got the crest on the top of the shirt. You'd got the Nike tick underneath the 18, and then you'd got the logos on the shirt. The other 2 are the little Nike thing on the bottom of her shirt, and then the end of her thumb.
I said that. I said the thumb, so I got 4.
You got 4 out of 5. The bottom, it was.
That's so annoying. How did I not think that was there? Damn you! What did people?
I was trying to change. I was going to do her boot or something, but when I did it, it was so obvious, and I thought I'll just leave it as what I'd got it because it wasn't as obvious.
I thought there was like players or something. I was like, am I meant to know what players?
No,
but we've got a lot of people getting the right things. We got crest missing, badge, socks, badge. Her band said Jade. That's a good shirt. I had a look at that and I was like, does she wear a hairband? The shorts, Adidas on the boots. See, this is what I thought.
Yeah.
Wrist tape, black armband, a good shirt. The ball. That should have been one I probably guessed. The ball, to be honest. That was impossible, says Jack. Jack, what did I tell you before we began? Look at the disclaimer at the bottom. I apologize in advance for his horrendous questions.
But you'd rather have trickier questions than the easy ones because it's not as fun when it's easy.
No, it's not. It's not as fun. So I enjoyed it. It was good. Is that the end of the big quiz?
Yeah, that's it now. That was it. Bye.
That was the end of James the Brain's big LFCW quiz. Disclaimer, I apologize in advance for his horrendous questions. James the Brain. Unbelievable show yet again. Really big shout out to Jade, Michelle, and Jack because you've been in the whole way through. So thank you so much. We bring this show every single Friday night.
You're right, Michelle. You're right, Michelle. I do have too much time on my hands.
Way too much time on his hands. He does. He really does have too much time on his hands. It's coming every Friday night. We will try and send out the SOS because look, has anyone seen him? Like, in fact, we need. Do you know what we do need? We need someone to give him like a. Let's do a news bulletin. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news coming into the studio. We have a search for a missing person. That person is the podcaster. Please, if you find him, please return to Kloppzone. Ring number 0800. Where is O? That's it. That's it. Ring 0800. Where is O? Nobody knows where he is, but hopefully, the podcaster, we love you. We miss you. We hope that you're safe and sound. Please let us know if you're watching the show where you are, because we just need to know. We just need to know. But we've got one part of the show left before we round things up. It was Missy Ball and her kick-ups. Let's see what numbers people said earlier on. Let me just pin up. Sean Dock thinks 60. That is outrageous, Sean Dock. Outrageous. But these aren't so outrageous. Jack Ray saying 18. Jade saying 9. And Michelle Robinson going with 15. Has Jack changed his mind? 18? No, he said 18. So let's take a look at the footage. Let's count together how many Missy Ball collects. She has 5 attempts. I don't know how many attempts she has, but we'll see how many she gets. We'll count.
Just listen to what she says during it.
Let me turn the volume right up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my hair.
1,
1,
2.
2. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
11,
12, 13, 14,
14,
15.
Oh, 15! There she is! Bo herself. Don't stop trying to hog the limelight all the time. You're a limelight hogger, you. Missy Bo Kearns, 15. Who got it right? Did someone got it right? I think.
Michelle said 15.
Michelle, you were right. It was 15. Missy Ball, 15 kick-ups. We're going to post that up on our reels later on today. Or
It was just the way she was like, my footwear, my hair, and then she was like, I get 26 of these in the gym.
Yeah, we want proof. So let's set her a challenge to see if she can get 26 of those in the gym. But 15 was the correct answer. Missy Ball, it was a pleasure doing Media Day again. Jilly Flaherty, big thank you to you. Katie Stengal, whose kick-ups you'll see later on, and Jasmine Matthews, we apologise profusely for misplacing your audio. Disgraceful. You can't get the staff these days. We do apologise. I don't like being on that side. It's like Anton Deck. So it's been a pleasure. We've been through everything. We've seen the one, the only, Charlie Wardlaw returning to Liverpool FCW. Missy Bo Kearns, Leanne Keenan, extending their contracts at the club. Missy Bo and Leanne Keenan, and we even had.
I told you I was going to get my revenge on you.
And I was him. You don't play that one.
Hi, Matt. It's James.
There you go. Stop pausing it. But we had a great show. We even had Mr. Bean's Big LFCW quiz. Yes, we did. We even had that on the show. It was an unbelievable show. Please show your support this season. Obviously postponed due to the sad news of the Queen passing. So there's no WSL games. The season does not start this weekend, but we'll keep you informed as to when it does. Please head over to Kloppzone, get following, head over to Mr. James the Brain, get subscribing, hit the like button on our YouTube videos. But until next time, it's been a pleasure. You'll never walk alone. Peace, people! Peace.